State banks, speculating at the taxpayers' expense? Banking expert Eckhard Wenger is a professor at the University of Würzburg. He says state banks have made a mess of their business. Christian Achilles says public banks ensure competition. He speaks for the German Savings Bank Association, the DSGV.
What we see as the consequence of government activity in banking is a huge catastrophe. We should draw some conclusions.
I want to underscore that there are some public credit institutions affected by this crisis, and there are others that are not. That goes for state banks and public savings banks in Germany, just as it does for banks in the private sector. Some are affected and some aren't.
The state banks have often been rescued, rescues which consisted of taxpayers giving them money. At some point, there has to be an end to it.
I believe your viewers need to know that, to this date, taxpayers' money has never been used in even a single case. What we've seen is the granting of guarantees, and we all hope and believe that they won't be needed to the full amount.
That an institution as small as the Saxony State Bank has gambled away such huge sums of money on the American subprime loan market, this couldn't happen with reasonable risk management.
In the past, agencies have rated various investments, and the Saxony State Bank, for example, bought almost exclusively financial instruments with outstanding ratings. They bought only very good investments.
A mid-range goal of politics should be to take the state banks out of public ownership. But when you listen to the politicians, you realize none of them want to give up their own little playground.
This is a false evaluation, brought home in a populistic fashion.
Ultimately, they are subject to strong political influence from the state government, and so sometimes they grant credits that would never be issued if they followed solid business principles.
I don't know of any cases in which credit was given for political reasons. Public credit institutions act on the market in the same way private ones do.
It's obvious they entered markets they knew nothing about, markets that have absolutely nothing to do with the tasks for which state banks were created. And it's in these markets that the billions have evaporated.
At the moment, we have 7 state bank companies in Germany. From the standpoint of the public savings bank, that's too many. We can imagine a much lower number. But we also have to consider the business location interests of the federal states, which are shareholders in the state banks. And so the process of finding consolidation is not simple at all.